Hey guys, so today we're going to go through our Mawashi or turning block. So if you ever heard Mawashi, okay, it's Japanese, it means turning, so you'll hear it as Mawashi geri, which is our turning kick or roundhouse kick. And in this case, it's Mawashi uke. Okay, uke means, really, it means to receive. Translation-wise, it's not the best when it comes to English, but we call it a block. Realistically, it's more redirecting or catching, which is the main reason why we use it that way. So, Mawashi uke. You'll see this in the end of Sanchin kata. You also see it in Geksa Daini and a lot of other advanced kata as well. We use it a lot. It's more of a redirecting, turning block like so. All right, so key things for this one is I'm constantly, again, just like any other block, I'm going from one side and switching over to the other hand. There are a lot of applications for this one, but let's go through the basic movement first, and we'll do a little bit detail into why we use it. So basics of the movement is I've got something called a nagashi uke, all right, which is coming in, this is cutting into my face, and this is going under my arm, okay, roughly here. You can have variations where you can kind of come up over here, all right, but typically we start off under and I slide it up over the top here. So I cut in, all right, a punch is coming through, I'm cutting across, this one slides up that arm, and then I hook it. As I hook, I'm going to start hooking this hand at the same time, look. But because my hand's there, it kind of does a little flick. As I cut in, flick, and look, I start pulling back. This one starts pulling into my body, turns, and I shoot out. And again, this one cuts in, this one's under my arm, I come up, I catch, turn, and shoot out. So that's the basic of the whole thing. I want you guys to practice by one hand, and then switch over. So we start off by putting one hand behind your back or behind your head. It's a little bit weird when you start putting your hand. It looks like you're dancing. So let's start off with our back. So this one comes in and again, cuts into my face. Notice my thumb is pointing at you right now, which means it needs to be pointing away from you. The pinky is the one that's trying to touch your nose. Don't actually hit your nose, just have it out about here is quite fine. You know, about a hand's width away from your face is good. From here, this is going to come around to your shoulder on your chest. I'm going to push my hand back. I'm pulling. You should feel a tension in the back of your forearm here. And then I'm going to scoop it across my face. Look, it goes around, not my face, my chest. This is going to go around just to the base of my ribs, and I'm going to slide it across. All right, so you notice because my body is round a little bit, it's going to be a little bit round as it comes off. Once it gets to the very end, I can't go any further. I'm going to turn it up. You'll notice my palm is now in front of my pecs, on my chest, not quite down at the ribs I will usually hold our gap, and up to here. From here, keeping the thumb tucked in, fingers together. You can even go into a bit more of a kakeuke hand, which is typically what I'll do. But you can also just kind of keep your fingers tight. And then I push out through here. So that my palm, you're going to see the video here, my palm is further out in front of me than my fingers. I don't want to have it out so my fingers in front. I want my palm being in front first because this is also going to be a palm strike. Okay, so we'll do it one more time. From here, I'm going to come around, cut into my face. I go to my shoulder, I scoop across my midsection, and I shoot it out. One more time, cut in, scoop, and push out. All right. If you need to practice it again, just rewind the video. Other hand now, okay, doing a very similar thing now. Okay, so this hand's behind my back, this one's coming through. So to start off is I'm going to have my palm facing downwards, and I have this across my chest, just in my midsection through this way. I'm going to start off my hand, my elbow is going to come up until I've almost done an upper block. So upper block, I'm around here. This one's cutting across my middle of my face, just in front of my nose. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to turn, and look, as it goes past, my wrist goes past my nose, I'm going to drop and close my armpit. This is going to go across my face and say hi. As it comes down, look, I'm keeping my palm back, pulling it back, and I pull it across. So it goes here, roughly to until I get my wrist towards my ribs here. So I'm going to pull back, and then I'm going to shoot it out. So again, come up, say hi, turn that in, keep my armpit tucked in as if I'm trying to grab something with my armpit. Tucked in, scoop it in, and I shoot it out. One more time, up, turn, in, shoot it out. Okay, now see if you can put them two together. Start off point the same first. Cut and elbow. Turn, pull back, and shoot through. Let's do it again with the same hand. Cut in, turn, and shoot out. For those looking for feeling for the other side now, okay, you can once again reverse the same thing we did just now. One hand is going to cut in, turn, and out. The other one is going to come up, say hi, push out. And then you just put them both together. And boom. Okay. Recommendation, just mirror the video. You can also do that. That should be a setting that you can get. Or you just kind of learn the other way. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, no, 1, 2, 3 if you want to put it in the way. Okay, and turn in. Once you get the hang of that, try to go straight from here, cut into this next one. Okay, that is your Mawashi uke. Now, application-wise, most basic one you'll always see that I'm going to teach first is parry, push it away. So this hand is here, I push that one, I use this other hand to slide it away. So now the other hand's on this side, I push back, and now I have the hand tucked into my armpit, and I can shoot. I can also use the same thing to grab onto, say, a leg or an arm. Look, this one's come in, something's around here, I tuck it in, right? And I can use the other hand to attack, or I can use the same hand to attack that way. There's a lot of applications for it, so you can use that to your advantage over time. So this would be what I'd say a little bit more of an all-encompassing block, meaning that this is one aspect, this is one aspect. You can see that even in the basic form, you've got a few blocks. This is the inside block that you see. Look, even this is already half an upper block. Yeah, instead of turning around, I push up, and now there's my age-uke. If I go for this one, look, I can turn out. There's my kake-uke, my hooking block. All right, and then I've got this one coming in. All right, if I go out even further, look, that's my starting for my lower block. Okay, so there's this going on through. So look, Miyagi-sensei, when he developed Goju-ryu karate, okay, it's really based on the same few principles. If you understand the basic principles, it's actually quite easy to learn a lot of the moves that we have, because it's pretty much the same thing over and over and over again. Okay, you're shooting small circles to keep moving small ways to deflect attacks, and I'm also creating small circles by turning my hips to also deflect it even further and cut angles. Meaning my opponent doesn't stay right in front of me, I force them to face the other way as I'm attacking. All right, so think about those small circles. Think about those small circles. Think about moving someone to one side, catching them, and attacking the other side. Okay? Anyways, hope you have fun with that one, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.